Renegade. Yeah. G to the D to the Q, what it do? My stock rise up like a rocket boost. I ain't with the trends, but I'm top of the news. I view my whole generation living life by the blues. Breezy with the moves, I got too much juice. I even question myself how I do what I do. Gravy on the beat, man, he built like a moose. We bout to fuck the game up and take Def Jam 2.
Boo.
Boopity boopity.
Aw, snap, here we go again.
Yo, we back, y'all. Final episode. Apples involved.
We know how Keith feels about his apples.
Sorry.
Exactly. This is a real Walter Ford.
Hey, Mac 2301.
It's your boy GDQ the one.
This
Media
is
Activated Podcast.
Activated Podcast. Yo, man, this is the last episode 2018 in review. Man, it's been a long year, bro.
Man.
It's been a long year. This was our first year doing a podcast, bro. How do you feel about that? Like, it's a lot of hours of you recorded talking. How do you feel about that on the internet now? Forever, the internet.
I'm scared at times. I don't know if it's gonna come and bite me in the ass or something.
You know the internet's forever, Delaney.
Yeah.
Like forever and ever and ever. Like kids gonna see this.
Unless human civilization and the electrical grid.
So like I said, yo, kids, because somebody gonna have some iPhone somewhere is gonna be broken. You right.
Yeah.
None of our generation is gonna be able to run for like anything important because they finna have everything on you. They finna have every single picture you ever sent, bro.
He just got
It's all good.
super deep into the future. He been watching Black Mirror or something.
I mean, there ain't nothing you can do about it now.
Yeah, it's a rap. But
Yeah,
but that's
true.
lit though.
It's true. It's true.
Fuck it.
I don't really care. Yeah,
That's
anymore.
lit though, y'all. We a whole year, bruh.
That's
Like,
exciting.
It don't even feel like it. Like you done got married. Like you was a fiance and a husband on the you know what I'm saying? On the camera. You know what
I don't want to brag, but there's a hell, bro. I graduated, got a full time.
That's what I'm
job,
saying.
Yeah, you was in your
got the
bag.
big
started
boy
my
job.
grad program,
And did a
dropped 2
podcast.
projects, 28 episodes of a project, became an expecting father. Yeah,
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Congrats
so-
on that.
2018's been nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Same thing for me. Tia. That's probably no lie. That's probably like the biggest like influencer or a top moment in my life was Tia. Like
Ooh.
she's
Got some
she's
brownie
made-
points real quick.
You're skipping it, bro. That's section 4. no,
Nah,
I'm just kidding.
but-
That's awesome.
But yeah, obviously the podcast and Six Side, you know.
Yeah, bro.
That's a
You
big one,
started a
too,
business. You saying it like it's something easy. Yeah, and Six Side. I mean, you started a whole business, a clothing line, a multimedia group, bro. Come on.
I feel
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, it's been a good year for
You
you.
did a good
for sure.
podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
yeah. So, and I really count that as 3. Like the podcast and Six Side is 2 complete different things.
Mm-hmm.
100% different.
I definitely started both of them for different reasons.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They just so happen to mesh well with each other. So
boom boom.
So yeah, Tia podcast and Six Side. Not
I feel
you
that.
feel better? Like you feel good? Like I mean, working on yourself. If you feel better about
Yeah.
yourself too, if you feel like you're in a better
all about
position, is really
progress.
good too.
Bro,
I mean, you moved in,
bro.
you moved out, and you moved in
Bro.
with a very nice woman, and I mean, you set yourself up for the next year, which is like crazy. That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
important
exactly.
is setting yourself up. Like
Yeah.
I feel like since we moved, like lived together, this was like the biggest year for you. You know what I'm saying? And the best year for you since you've been in San Diego.
I believe it, bro. I believe it, especially all that you've seen and like with Walter, like you seen me and Reggie, then you met Walter, you know. Unfortunately, you know, Reggie passes away, us being homeless and like all the shit. You seen us come out here,
Progress.
fall, but come back up, like, you know.
Right.
Progress.
And to think that we never had met each other a day in our lives, you know, until we showed up at 5025.
Yeah,
like,
bro, you from Sacramento.
yeah, like that's a really like,
This nigga from Muncie.
yeah, I'm from Muncie.
Reggie
from
was
Gary.
Reggie was from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reggie's from Brooklyn. We all like, you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like, see how like random that is, but
It is.
The world.
but
Did you know? But yeah, no, that is random, and how events happen in certain orders. That, you know what I'm saying.
that shows you things can happen if you really
Right.
if you really about that life. Like, that shows you like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard
You-
work. You got to put in work.
Yeah,
single-
hard work and faith, bro.
every
Yeah,
single
like,
day you have to put
execution.
in work.
Faith and execution. I agree with that. I feel like I did a lot of
Yeah, what about
shows.
you?
Did a lot of shows.
Is this
bro.
the most you've performed in a year? I was just thinking that. Or did you?
Probably? Actually, ain't no probably. Yeah, definitely. I've done
I
the
was about
most
to say,
shows.
yes.
I haven't counted, but I really should have counted. But I've probably done over 100 shows,
I believe
maybe
that.
150.
I believe that, bro.
You know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
Like,
That's
you
a
got
lot.
you got. I would say you got to think what all he's.
But that's
he's
not
done.
a lot
You-
though.
I
No,
mean,
I'm just playing. But no, that's
fuck
that's
that.
that's just
Fuck
step
that.
one.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm in the
Like, coming from
where we
That's
was,
a lot, bro.
we
You
was-
again, bro.
performed almost
we was
like
Again,
half
bro.
of the nights. At least 1/3 of the year you were performing at
Yeah.
night or
Yeah.
something, or during the
to
day.
go from only doing like 4, maybe 5 shows
Yeah.
a year
Yeah, exactly.
to
To doing
doing
it all
on
the time.
at least at minimum. It's like the little sports stat when they put the little asterisk, at least 100 minimum. Like,
yeah,
bro, that's
Yeah, bro.
amazing all in itself.
met some really influencing people.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a lot of
Bro,
really
you've done
crazy
comedy.
stuff. Went through other
You
countries.
did comedy in LA,
Yeah.
bro. You did
Yeah.
comedy in LA.
Yeah, I performed in LA.
I don't care. I don't care what nobody says. Like, not
Yeah,
everybody
it's a
has
dream
that
come true.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Not
That's
not
true.
every. I don't care where you're from. Oh, well, unless you're from LA. then,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know.
Then you're like,
Then you
okay, I'm
cheating.
performing.
Yeah, then you cheat. But yeah. So
But yeah, and
you
then,
gotta take credit for that one.
Lost your phone how many times?
yeah. This is about my 4th phone. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Samsung, always making them durable. I'm gonna need to sponsor y'all. I'm a sponsor. I'm gonna sponsor y'all actually because I need a new battery. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Getting lost in another country.
Yeah, exactly.
For a
Went
couple
to,
days.
Went to other countries. You know what I'm saying? Met a whole bunch of. To be honest, I met a lot of influencing, like, really, a lot of people that really influenced me. You know what I'm saying? This year, I feel like I met a lot of people that I've learned a lot from. Q just going in on this apple, getting all his vitamins.
I feel
yeah.
so bad. You're like totally not supposed to do this ever. You're not supposed to eat when you're like.
Oh, yeah,
ever doing a
talking? Oh, yeah, I
podcast or,
already
like,
know.
Yeah, but
I know that's
sorry,
proper
people.
etiquette. Hey, it's all right. You out here?
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying. So, what was y'all favorite episodes, G, this whole year?
Wait, that was a terrible segue.
I was gonna say terrible segue.
For this episode, our first section is going to be a podcast review of Activated and things that we enjoyed throughout 2018 with Activated. So the first section, I'm just
Yeah, I
I'm
was
just
gonna say,
fucking
I
with
don't think that was. I don't think that was a segue either.
But
I
yeah.
thought that was just. I was like, where the cue card at? This nigga reading.
Now we're about to go into this podcast review of 2018. So
Yeah.
what's the first one?
Your favorite episode? I just asked you.
Okay.
Just gonna ask you what your favorite.
What? No. What was your favorite episode? I'm gonna ask you that.
My favorite episode was the episode where I got up and left for the whole episode and came back and was like, I don't know what y'all talking about.
All right. Mine was Rubio.
Okay, yeah, I feel
Rubio's
that.
art.
Mine was Rubio.
Yeah, Rubio's art was fire. Yeah, that was my second favorite.
So the reason why was because we didn't really know him, like we had never met him, and it was a different type of guest. We
Yeah,
never had
yeah,
an
that was a
artist
homie.
or a painter, and so he came on, and then he got us that nice painting,
Yeah,
and
yeah, he did that.
yeah,
Bro,
which
that's
is
like our
beautiful.
first, like
And that
yeah.
just that was our first like, oh shit, this podcast is really like
But-
something else. You know what I'm saying? That was the one where it was like, okay,
Like it's dope.
We
Yeah,
manifesting over here,
right.
bro. Like it's a thing now. We got like microphones and stuff. Like remember at first, like Delaney was saying before we turned this on, we was in a car and was like, "Hey y'all, let's do a podcast." And we was like,
that wait, it wasn't my idea. That was y'all idea.
"Oh yeah."
And that's the crazy part about it. It's like I
was just there.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it was
I
you.
literally-
You said you want to do a podcast, and I was like, I want to do a podcast. And then Delaney was like, I'm
fuck
here.
it.
Delaney was like, I'm here. And then we
you know
was
why
like,
I'm here.
Yep. And then we was like, Wonder triplets power activate. No, I'm just playing. But now we
Why was Rubio's your favorite episode?
Bro, it was just-
I'm just trying to fuck with you, bro.
he immediately went on to the next thing too.
Come on, bro.
What was the thing I said? What was the thing I said? All right, we got to move on to something else. That was my favorite episode. We got to move on to something else. But yeah, why you like
why
Rubio,
was
bro?
Rubio's your favorite?
Why like Rubio?
Because
we got to move on to something else.
Nah, it was my favorite just because, like, kind of like the tag on what Q said. It was like we've never met him. We initially knew him through our very first guest, which was Dre, and ever since then he's been following us, continuously, showing support and interacting with us, and like to meet. So let me see that real quick. To meet somebody, through a guest, and they, it was just cool just to meet somebody like that. And then he came.
Yeah, he was.
Obviously he never had to come through and actually give us that painting and stuff, but he did.
Yeah.
Anything.
My bad. I was
Yo, this buffalo. He said he
should
did
have
it that
drank
day.
coffee.
Yeah, I should have drank some coffee. He said he did it that night before.
Yeah.
That night
Like,
before. He was like,
it
snap.
It was
don't
the
care.
most rewarding episode, I think, for sure.
To summarize it up, basically,
I don't want. Yeah.
that was really special, and he's obviously done more work for us.
Yeah.
You
It really became like someone that it wasn't just a guest. We kind of like boom, like meshed, and we're all working together now and doing things. So,
Exactly.
Shout out Rubio because he is the designer behind some of the new 6-side apparel. Get your all bets
get
are
your
in
apparel.
merch.
Fire,
Got it in.
and he did my cover art too. So
Yeah, he did Renegade too. So
That's why. That's why. Definitely, I think it sums it up very well.
so
Shout out to the
All right.
to the guy.
Next one. What was your favorite freestyle?
Favorite freestyle. All right, mine was myself.
he did freestyle. No, he didn't.
No, I didn't
I was
freestyle.
about to say he did freestyle, but I was like, no, that wasn't on the podcast.
Nah.
I think that was a behind the scene type shit.
Yep. Let me see. My favorite freestyle was
You said Corey, bro. Is
I
that
did-
the one?
I
Is
did
that
say
it or
Corey.
not?
No, it's not gonna be Corey no more. Mine is gonna be What's
We-
my
This
guy?
guy's the guy who says we need
Drew-
to prepare more.
Drew?
Oh, Drew Hefe.
Yeah, Drew Hefe.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going with Drew Hefe.
Your favorite
His
freestyle
is pretty
was-
hard.
All right.
His is pretty hard. Bro.
Mine was Dubs.
Mine
Dubs
was
was
Deucey.
fire.
The mine's was Easy on right now though.
Fire.
That was
Easy on right now.
shout
out.
out to him. Shout out to Strictly Lit too.
Oh,
Strictly lit.
and then I think we came to a collective honorable mention for Bubba Tokes.
Bubba Tokes. Yeah,
That was
Bubba
fire.
Tokes. Yeah. Shout out Bubba Tokes, man. He was cool. He was the most OG there. He was like, yeah, man. I've been
Did
over
Drew
there.
Hefe even freestyle, bro? I don't think he did, bro.
I was gonna let that shit roll.
I know,
I,
he didn't freestyle.
I was just gonna keep it
so
moving.
bad, bro.
I know. I was gonna come back to it. I was gonna see what
my
video else I
God.
noticed that.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
like-
I'm so fucking dead.
I was gonna let that shit ride.
Shout out to my
Hey,
man.
if you
Oh my god,
Get him the
bro.
freestyle on there.
if you go back and find this clip, you could probably see my facial expression change when
Yeah,
I said
no,
it. I'm like, what?
That's why I said that.
All right.
I'm going with what is his name? Corey.
Yeah. So you are going with Corey.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna go
god, dude! I'm fucking done with you, bro.
I'm gonna go with Corey, man. He freestyled. His was pretty hard. His was pretty hard. So the funniest show moment is the next little thing that we was deciding on, and I think we
came
can
to
all
a
agree
collective one, yeah.
that it was
this is
me.
unanimous. This is unanimous.
I don't know though, because I think it could also be when I was like, "Let's go to the next one."
No,
No.
no, because the funniest one was episode 2 when you were faded doing it, and it was after the Eagles
It was after
won
the
the
Eagles.
NFC Championship.
Yup.
Bird
then-
gang, bitch.
Exactly.
and your ass came back faded as fuck. You went and threw up, and then you came back.
I just
Yes,
put it there
you
and
did
chilled.
throw up, bro. We
I
heard
just
you,
put it there
and
chilled. I
then
was like, I
you
was just
come
I was
back.
just in there like Millie rocking,
Bro,
trying to get
you
my
you were
belly
gone
back right.
you were gone like a third of the show. Like that's a significant amount of time.
Yeah, it was like 20
Well, you
minutes.
came back, and then you went freaking 10 minutes later. You went back in the bathroom, bro, and you were just done. The funniest part is that you're like, "Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do the podcast after the Super Bowl and before the episode."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then at the
You
end
were
of the
already
episode,
talking
you're
about the
fucking
Super
done.
Bowl. But you want to record an episode after the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
exactly.
Man, you-
And we just won the NFC Championship.
But bro, you literally got up, left for like 20 minutes, came back for like 5, not even 5 maybe,
and then left for 10 more
and then
minutes.
was like, and then said to us, "Yeah, I ain't gonna flex. I can't do this." It went and died on the couch. That definitely takes the cake, and that was our first like
Yeah,
video.
Yeah, that was the
hilarious.
first video one.
That's hilarious. That's like, hey man, shout out to Quad L House, man. That was hey man, San Diego got some real big Eagles fans, bro.
We out here, Bird
It
Gang.
was 100. Yeah, it was packed like that day.
All right, so
EAGLES Eagles.
yeah, that was a good
Bitch,
time.
I told y'all
That was a good one.
motherfuckers too. But
Yeah.
y'all don't want to listen
Okay,
to
he
me.
got excited.
Yeah, we're cool,
He got
bro. That
excited.
was in
Okay, calm
February.
down.
We're done with that, bro.
Yeah, you see
We're
his
done
nipple-
with it,
his
bro.
nipples
We're in a
poke through
whole
his
new
shirt.
season, bro.
His nipples poked through his shirt. I'm like, calm down, bro. The Eagles won last year. We went into this year too, though. No, I'm just playing, but okay.
Hey, that's one game
Okay,
at a time.
we're done with talking about the Eagles, bro.
Okay, dark
I'm
horse
just fucking with
guess.
you guys. I'm just fucking with you guys.
Dark. I don't even know what that means.
Yep, I think it's
That's your
This
slang.
is my
What does dark horse mean? Can you elaborate that to the world? Because I don't know what that means.
a dark horse is like. You don't know what a dark horse is? It's like the underdog
Like horse
or the
that's black?
sleeper guest. No,
Okay,
like the
sleeper.
sleeper guest. You know what I'm saying? The person who was like, it was low key, but
It was
are
most
gonna do
slept
big
on.
things.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you for explaining that. Okay. And who'd you put? Dre Rushmore?
Yeah,
I agree.
I think Dre
Also,
has a lot of talent and skill and potential, and I think it showed on episode 6 with him,
I agree.
and I think that was the most slept
That was
on
our first.
episode.
That was our first guest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was our very
I
first.
think that
guest.
was lit.
I think that's the most slept
Of course,
on
it was
episode.
lit. You wasn't
slash guest.
there.
So go and watch that one if you haven't watched that one. That's a good
I
interview.
have.
It's a good interview. You
I
weren't
have.
there.
Yeah.
This was when you weren't really
That's why I
fucking
had
with
to
the
watch
podcast.
No, that's not what it was at all. I was at work, bro. I was at could get off work.
Okay. So for the most watched episode, which time, so that's the total amount of time that the episode has been watched
Amongst everybody.
amongst everybody.
Everybody.
Was Delaney. Let him know. Oh, he doesn't even see you. You see this.
Hey, because I was learning to
it-
stay off my phone. I was learning to stay off my phone, man. We gonna do, you know.
I just zoomed in on for it. man.
Oh, Rubio.
No, bro.
my
You
bad.
guys are strong. Okay,
Bro,
so
oh,
no, let me
Xavier.
redo it.
Okay,
Let me
so
redo
it's
it.
Xavier,
Let
bro.
me
I'll
redo
do it.
No, because the
All right,
most
all right.
watched episode for time was
Xavier Isaiah.
Is he on right now though?
so his episode has out of all the episodes has the most time watched at
Collectively.
1,700 minutes. Okay, so that means the people watched his episode for the total amount of time the longest length.
So
That's
how many
what's up.
days? How many days is that?
I think that's
13?
No, it's a little bit over a day.
Oh, okay, 1 day worth. Okay.
Yeah, for Xavier's, which is fire. So out of
Okay.
all the guests, he had the
I
most
was
time
way
watched.
off.
All right, so the next one is the most time or the most watched episode for amount of views. So the most amount of views for a guest was
Rubio? Ooh, yeah, his episode was lit.
yeah,
His
and
episode was lit.
he's got a total of 171 YouTube views.
Okay.
So, which is actually really good
yeah.
for a guest.
Yeah,
That's the
It
most
is.
watched views for a guest.
I didn't. Yeah,
I'm ready when we
I
get
take that as a positive.
171,000.
171.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
ready
you
when we
want
get to
171,000? Damn.
Yeah,
Those
when we
are
get
some
to that.
real YouTube stars, though, boys.
we gonna get there.
Not really. Them regular people that just do it a lot.
I'm just fucking with you.
Exactly. No, I'm just playing. And then the total watch time for the podcast was 19,307 minutos.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, okay, we got a couple minutes. We got a couple minutes.
That
on there.
is, it comes out to over 300 hours and 13 days of watch time on the
Okay.
podcast for 2018 for our
for-
first year.
Hey, man, a lot of people just watching us be high talking. No, I'm just playing.
But that's true.
But No, I'm just playing. And we try to talk about some
Hey, that's
really,
I mean,
really deep stuff, though.
And the total podcast views were 5,000.
5,415, man. We got a couple people watching. We appreciate all of y'all watching that, too,
Hey.
man.
I think we want to use that statistic as a measure of. I'm proud of it because we had nothing. We had no podcast, and we have other things we do in our life, and we put in a hell of a lot of work. And that's not 500,000 views and 5 million minutes, but it's a really cool start, and
Exactly.
I'm proud of it. So.
I'm proud of it, too, man, in 1 year. Because we've been going through a lot of stuff in that year, bro, like you were saying, bro. And yeah, to be able to just be consistent is one thing.
All right,
And,
boys. Next.
Next.
For music, this is our next section, everybody. Our review of music for the year.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to start right out and fuck the mainstream. And we're going to go into the indie and the underground artists who really showed out this year.
distinct,
We're really just going to talk about the ones we know.
distinct, and
Yep, distinct. The feeling Kuro. Anybody don't know, Kuro means black. You've always felt black before, which is a feeling. Feeling, not just like the culture or the skin tone, but like, just, and you felt like you've always, you've always had to have light, you know what I'm saying, to have some black or something. That's what he was telling me, or some deep stuff like that. But anyway, he's just a dark skinned dude, but it's some good
It was
music.
it's a good
No.
album. I don't
It's some
know.
real good music. It's super
Feel
lit.
is my favorite song off that project. I do like it.
Mine is Bigger Man. I feel like the bigger man. Get up on that. I'm pretty sure we got it on everything. Yeah, Level Up is lit.
him and bro, just cause that nigga
Yeah,
was
Level Up. He
him
was
and
gassing.
Double A. Shout out to Double A too. Them niggas was ripping it. G.
PlayStation. Yeah, so then we got the Go 2 by Dub Deucey.
I think it's the Go. I think I wasn't supposed to put 2.
Oh, okay, it's the GOAT. My bad, because the GOAT 2
The
ain't
Go
come out
2
yet.
is coming
It's
out.
coming out.
Yeah,
That's
but the
coming
GOAT.
soon.
The Go is fire.
The GOAT is fire. Shout out
What's your
Dub
favorite
Deucey.
song of that? Already is my shit.
Yeah,
Already
Yeah,
is.
already was the one. Yeah, I was gonna have to go with already, bro.
No, it ain't. I quit. So you put. I know what it is.
Flow. Don't you like?
No.
Nah,
My personal favorite one is Voila,
I like Voila too.
but you also
Is-
like Deucey.
I do like Deucey's on there.
Yes.
I thought Deucey was on the thing before that. Okay, you're right. It is Deucey. My bad. I thought Deucey was not on the GOAT. My bad. So I'm going Deucey.
Bitch Get Off Me is my favorite song released out of any indie artist. this year, though. That shit is fire. So go listen to that.
Yeah, listen to that. Dub Deucey.
And
Then
then
you got
we got Momentum. Shout out to Mind Over
Momentum.
Matter.
Mind
That
Over
was
Matter.
fire. February, dropped that in February. That was sick.
What's my favorite track? Q.
I don't know. Oh, Family Matters. I don't know.
I ain't from the Bay, but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
rate
that's
that.
Family Matters. Yep. That shit's
No.
fire. That's my favorite line on the whole album for sure.
Bro, that was the first thing I know outside of your intro. Intro, 8 songs, outro. It.
What was the first song called?
Speak Up.
The second
intro,
song.
Family Matters. You like
Okay,
that one?
okay.
No,
okay.
I know your favorite one. You said
it's
Mixed
not that.
Feelings.
Yeah.
The one where it's like the rock kind of one. Like
It's like a fucking
And
really
then
hype ass song.
yeah. And then my favorite's Brass off of that.
I like that.
And then December
Renegade.
just dropped Renegade. Like
Hey,
what is it? 3 days ago now. That was fire.
Bro, how's that? Really quick, how's that feel, bro?
Two
Dropping
projects in a year is a dream come true because I never had any projects like that, and 2 independent albums, and it feels great.
Bro, you've made money off of
Momentum. We made like
so-
$250 off of it, which is fire for
Hey.
not doing rap. Like that's not what we be doing, and we making money off of it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what you gotta
Nah, but
do,
it's
bro.
not about the money. It's really
but that's
felt
something
good.
though. To sit there and say like, no matter how somebody try to discredit you, like you've done something a lot of people try to do and
And
can't
ain't
do
doing
it.
it yet, yeah.
It ain't doing it.
So that was and
So-
then
Okay, so then we
So
got
again,
some,
take credit.
we
Take
got-
credit for that.
Yeah, no, for real. That's the
I
hard.
appreciate that. Yeah, it was fire. So go check them out.
And then we got the real the
mainstream.
The mainstream.
Fuck the mainstream, bro.
F the
I know.
mainstream.
No.
All right, my top 5 album of the year were. What were you gonna say? Go ahead. Say.
No,
My bad.
you
got it.
got
All right,
it.
all
You
right.
got it. You got it.
My top 5 albums of the year
Yeah.
were Swimming by Mac Miller, Oxnard by Anderson .Paak, Victory Lap, of course, by Nipsey, KOD by Cole, and then some rap songs by Earl Sweatshirt.
I like that. I think I'm going with Victory Lap. Double lap.
3 or 4 times. I ain't tell no lie. I just
Bro,
ran it up.
Nipsey Hussle, bro. I've been liking Nipsey Hussle for a minute. And then I got to go with Oxnard, too. Because, yeah, Anderson .Paak been hard for me. And then J. Cole, a lot of people I feel like sleep was on that J. Cole album, bro. He was
J. Cole
speaking.
went
Yeah.
platinum
Yeah,
He was
for
speaking.
the 3rd straight time with an album with no features.
Exactly.
I
Then
forgot
Redemption.
to show this.
Then Redemption. Because I feel like a lot of people sleep on J-Rock, bro. And J-Rock's hard. J-Rock is super hard. J-Rock is super, super hard. And then I'm going to throw a curveball in there. I'm going Kamikaze Eminem just because it's his comeback album. He didn't drop like 3 trash albums back to back to back to back. And then this one was not too bad. And I was like, all right. I get it to you.
I feel ya.
It's going to take my phone.
Nah,
the
it was
la-
just I was just really seeing like what you was reading. Now my top 5 albums was Victory Lap, Nipsey. Like I don't know. I feel like I connect to it the most. What else? Jay and Beyonce.
Everything is love.
Yeah,
Everything love.
You had KOD.
Yeah, no, J. Cole, KOD. I mean, but I feel like it's gonna be a while before I not connect with a J. Cole album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, championships.
Meek.
Coming through
just
with
cause,
that-
just
that-
because he like that nigga came back and was like, bro, don't think I still don't got it, because people was about to start counting them out. You know,
Yeah, I
so
feel
shout out to
that.
him.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious
And-
how he outsold Nicki too. So
And Dreams and Nightmares entered the Billboard Top 100 because of the Eagles. So, yep. But no, and then 5 is J-Rock.
Redemption. Shout out to J Rock. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boop.
Yeah, he
Yo.
really does say
Shout
Boop.
out to
Win, win,
Boop.
win, win.
That's crazy. All right,
Bro,
Yeah.
the funny thing is because for that album, Boop. That's it.
Yeah.
Boop.
What about
Shout out
song?
Third Flow. Shout out Third Flow.
Shout out
Boop,
Third
bro.
Flow.
You
To the
really
world, bro.
you,
Shout out
you
to
freaking
Reggie.
got, bro. Boop is now all over the country. How does that feel?
Wait till I
Ain't
get it
got-
all over the world.
That
Then
shit's
ask me that
crazy.
question.
Shout out J Rock.
Wait till you catch up.
So then we got our favorite songs, G. So my favorite song is already, like we just said, J-Rock. Win, 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 win. That's when we was talking about the songs. I listen to a song every day. I listen to that song every day. I got a morning playlist, bro, and that song give me hype every day. And it's also because it'd be like, in the club, just 3 up, and he was like, boop. Yeah. I was like, yo. This song was made
proof
for me.
We got the proof behind that.
Yeah.
That we You
Niggas was been on Boop, and it's So thank you for
dedication.
Bringing Boop to life. And then I'm going Mac Miller, Jet Fuel. I just think that's like a real jiggy song, bro. I love that. J. Cole, Friends. I think that's a real one of the deepest songs on there, and it's crazy. Then Drake, God's Plan, man. I just like that song. That song just got me hype all year. And even I really don't like Drake like that, but
Yeah,
that's all. Yeah, it's just because. And then This Is America. You cannot. Only because of the shoulder movements, bro. He made it so where people that can't dance can dance now.
I think I fucked up. I think that you meant to put also Right Hand of God. So.
Oh yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah, I got God's Plan.
That's
all
on
good.
there.
Yeah,
That's real.
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's it.
My favorite songs were Ladders
I
by
like
Mac
Ladders.
Miller.
I like
I love
Ladders.
that song. And then Dedication by Nipsey, because that shit is probably my favorite song of the year.
Yeah, Kendrick going in.
And then Head Low by Anderson .Paak.
Mhm.
That shit is groovy, super groovy. And then Kids See Ghosts, Fourth Dimension, because I have not ever heard Kanye rap like that. So, and he gassed. He straight killed it. And then actually Brass by Mind Over Matter, because I really like that my verse on that. You good? All right.
I'm going Nipsey Victory Lap.
Ooh, the intro.
The intro. Yeah.
Wow.
And especially the last verse. Like the last verse was like
Yeah, he was going crazy.
I say that I don't know if y'all pay attention, but I post that lyric so much, bro, because it's just like
he was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy, but like he was just really like saying like real life lessons, like speaking stuff into the universe, and then it happens, like, and I feel like that's something we've talked about too. It's just trusting the process, enjoying the journey, speak it into existence, like but Jay-Z boss, just cause like there's that nigga Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Meek Mill was free.
Sheesh.
Meek Mill was free. Shout out Meek. And then like, who else did I like?
Who else you like, bro? Come on, get it out.
No, I would say
Get it out.
God's Plan. Yeah.
I give it that. I give it to that one too. He
That shit
definitely
is fire.
Yeah, it wouldn't be right.
That's gonna be on mine too. Honorable mention. I really like this
God's
song.
Plan. And then I don't know, man. I give it like there's a lot that, because I really can't limit it to 5, man. Because there's a lot of people that equally deserve that much credit.
Well, limit it to 5 right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm
You
just
got
like-
one more. No, seriously,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
point. You gotta limit it, baby.
Yeah, come on.
One
One
more.
more, bro. Just pick one. Just spit it out. Right Hand of God. Pick a Nipsey Hussle song.
Hold on. Nah.
Nothing off of KOD, bro. ATM, like freaking Motivate. Motivate is hard.
Hustle and Motivate, Nipsey.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
Hustle, yeah.
All right.
That's
That's a good segue, because as a collective, the Activated podcast decided that the artist of the year that we personally feel like deserves it the most is Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. No, yeah, he had a great year, man. He went in, he did his thing. I feel like all the videos he dropped were he spoke. It was influential, but not only that, but what he represents, man, is work really hard and it all pays off, and then always put money back where you came from. Never forget that. So
Real shit.
yeah, and he made good music too.
Shout out the Marathon Store.
Yeah.
Boot, yeah, got a
shout out
clothing
the
store.
Marathon store.
That's inspiring, bro. That's inspiring. So
Oh yeah,
shout
Go
out
to the Marathon store.
Yeah.
yeah.
I told myself the next time that I went to LA, I was gonna go to a store, and I wasn't gonna go there just to like take pictures. I was gonna go in there and actually buy something. Didn't matter what it was,
Shopping.
Yeah. So shout out to Nipsey
I didn't say I
Hussle.
ain't gonna go
And shout out
shopping,
to the
but I definitely gonna
Marathon
support.
store.
if nothing else, So that's it. And then the fact that he did it in his own hood. Like, I opened up my own store that everybody in the country knows about in my hood. Like, that's I would love to be able to go back and do that in Muncie.
You mean you love when you do that?
You're right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Boop.
You speak it into
Boop.
existence.
Boop, boop. That's what I'm talking about. So,
All right.
2018 had a whole bunch of crazy things happen, a lot of different stuff.
So this is our biggest events of 2018 that we feel like.
So you want to call them Jackass of the Year?
I mean, you
No,
gotta go
it's
number
a
one. They go hand in
co-Jackass of
hand.
the year.
Yeah. So
He don't like Kanye
Looking at
and Trump.
Kanye and
ass.
Trump can both take their dragon energy and shove it up their ass. So
That dragon energy. Yeah, he was tripping
Yeah.
with the MAGA shit. Black Panther
Black Panther was
one of the most successful movies in history, right?
yeah, that amazing.
Number 2, number 3. The movie was Jiggy too. Michael B. Jordan he trying to be like young Denzel now.
Yeah,
He trying to run a game.
it's good.
Then we have celebrity deaths, unfortunately.
Yeah,
We was talking about earlier with Mac Miller,
and XXX.
XXX.
Bro, that's so crazy because I remember at
Sad.
one point in time, the time when Ball State was trying to get Mac Miller to come there.
Yeah, I know. I
Like,
remember that.
And that was like, I think like 2012, 13.
It's a big death.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about it for the rest of our lives. And be like, remember this for sure.
Another big death is Aretha Franklin. I don't think you know what Aretha is, but she.
Did you just say I don't know who?
I know,
I'm about to fucking RKO you through the window. The fuck?
I know, I'm joking. No, Aretha Franklin,
And Q's invited to the barbecue.
Yeah, of course. I know. I'm
He-
joking.
he-
That's why I was thinking
This
what you was
motherfucker
going to say.
cooking, man.
He helping. He's
Exactly.
helping.
He bringing the dishes. And then
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking passed away. Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
R.I.P.
And then Mini-Me. So
Yup.
shout out to rest in peace to those people who were definitely a part of our lives in different ways.
Then we was talking about Beyonce was the first black woman to headline Coachella.
It's amazing.
And she to also destroy the stage.
At the same time,
Yeah,
fuck
exactly.
you, Coachella, for being racist.
No, that performance was like.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours or hour and a half or something. She just like
She
destroyed
dances
everybody.
and sings like
Yeah,
that.
she did everything. And
Didn't
flied
miss a note, step,
No.
beat.
professional. She's
Very
a beast.
talented.
Beast. Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was early in the year, but we can talk
Shout
about
out
it
to
now.
the Birds.
Hey. One thing we not gonna do, we ain't gonna discredit how long ago it was.
Exactly. You funny as hell. Eagles
Shout
won
out to
Super
the
Bowl.
Eagles. That is very amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody who knows me knows how I feel about the Eagles. Everybody that knows Walter knows how he feel about the Eagles.
Yup. Every day.
Yeah.
Bird
Every
game,
day.
Shout
fly
out to
Eagles, fly. You feel me?
Mhm. We
Hey,
gonna-
shout out Omar too in the Eagles
They're
bar.
going-
Shout out
they're
to East
going
Village
back.
Tavern and Bar.
Yeah.
Shout out Quad Ale House. 'cause
Hey, yep. Might be there later, maybe not. And then we had a couple.
The two biggest disasters probably in recent history.
Yeah,
happened this year.
Houston.
So we want to
Houston
send
and
prayers
Paradise.
out to anybody affected, anybody that, and just prayers out to everybody in general. That live in the area or close nearby, or personally and not personally affected.
Big honorable mention. Everybody that died in a shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
That's
This
true.
year also
Yeah.
had a lot of crazy
You
shootings.
know.
We don't have the statistics on that, but we know it was a record.
I think it's
year of that.
important to point out too real quick that humans or we are kind of good in the face of disaster, and I think I want to shout out or like pay respect to like the first responders and
Yeah.
everybody else who's affected coming
Oh, yeah.
together and still
Definitely.
working together as communities, and it's important to work together as your community in
As
times
people.
of crisis.
Yeah, exactly.
All the
Exactly.
time, but times of crisis
Yeah.
importantly.
Yeah.
So
No, that's real,
really
bro.
help
That's
out
real.
your fellow person.
That's real because it
Works
just takes people, arms, hands, feet, thoughts, prayers.
Which is on a positive note too, that this year they completely found and scientifically proved that there's liquid water on Mars, which is cool.
Okay,
That's a real
yep.
big thing.
Yep.
So on a positive, shout out humans. Humans, we do
Figuring it
you know,
out.
As much as the news says that there's a bunch of negative shit going on, there's a lot of positive stuff going on.
Exactly. Exactly. Shout out to Mars.
All right.
Um,
So let's go on. This is our last segment. All right. Our personal
Yeah.
for our future and the biggest events that happened to us this year. We already kind of got into it real quick, but I guess we'll go into it one last time and we'll go into our 2019 goal. All right.
okay. What is the biggest?
Getting married and becoming an expecting father, I think, was the biggest two. Yeah. My daughter, and then and then getting married to the most amazing woman. I think that was the biggest, most important
nobody
event
knew
in
that,
our
right?
lives. Yeah, some people know, but
No,
not
I
a lot
mean,
of. It hasn't been announced. No. Yes, my daughter will be Jay-Z and Beyonce, Blue Ivy type shit. You ain't finna see a picture, man, for a long
I don't
time.
even care.
You
Long
guys
time.
will. You guys will.
That's
The
all,
internet
that's
won't.
all I care
Exactly.
about.
Nobody else will.
So
I ain't even gonna take pictures. Like, you gotta
That's
just enjoy
hilarious.
that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then my most valuable lesson I learned was probably to be patient, and that probably like the most important things in life are the people who are close to you and appreciating them and being more grateful about the life that I do live, and always being very appreciative of things and trying to be appreciative as possible. And then my 2019 goal is to not fuck up being a dad.
Hey, that's real, bro. I
go.
Love my child with all my heart.
Good goal.
I feel that. Yeah, my biggest influence in my life is, like I said, Tia. I think I'm nowhere near the person I am, since last year, and she's had a great influence on how I've transitioned and how I think and go about making moves and just being as a person. So shout out to her. Love you, Tia. Biggest moment, doing all of this, with the podcast, with Six Side, and all that kind of stuff, and the events that we've been able to do and be a part of.
Your most valuable lesson?
Most valuable lesson: trust the process and enjoy the journey.
Hey.
I like that one.
I can't preach that enough. Like, if you just trust that everything will play out in your favor, and you live the life that you want to live and do the things you want to do, you gotta trust that it'll work. And then 2019, just get to that next step. And that's however high. However high you see that step is, just get to that next step.
I like that too. That was good.
I like that.
That's good.
You sound like that that real creepy teacher. I like that answer. You get extra credit, Charles. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like
All right.
sounds like a science teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had to guess what subject that was, it was probably science.
No, it would always be that real weird subject.
yeah.
Like economics or something. Okay. That everybody got to take. Okay, so my biggest influence, I think, the things
It's the health teacher. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah, it was interesting health teachers. Yeah, my health teacher was interesting. His name was Mr. Johnson. He was like, "You're stupid, Ford. You're stupid." His ass was so old, he was my mama teacher. In real life. In real life. Shout out to Mr. Johnson, Coach Johnson. He's that nigga.
Who done taught generations?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Ain't that crazy?
crazy.
Yeah, he was one. And then like he was the football coach. So then he was also the wrestling coach. So I didn't sign up for wrestling. He just automatically signed you up. He was like, "You gotta hit the man, Ford. You want to be good on the field? Then you gotta wrestle. You on the team." And then he was on the wrestling
true.
team. And then he was the track coach. So I was like, "Fuck. I'm glad wrestling over." And then he was like, "You want to be faster on the mat, Ford? You got to get on the field." "You stupid, Ford. You're stupid." That was his catchphrase. "You stupid, Ford." Whatever your last name was. Shout out to Coach Johnson. So I think he was my biggest influence in 2018. Remembering it.
Bro, that's
He
classic.
pushed
That was great.
pushed me a lot. No, I'm just playing. But I want to say it was when I really just sat and talked to my mother and my grandmother, and I got to really put everything in perspective that time is limited, because my great grandmother had passed away, and I was like, time is limited, you know what I'm saying? And you got to make the most out of the time that you have with the people. Because to me, she was like my super woman. Like, she was just invincible. She was like 102. And the only reason she died is because, I had a family member give her laxatives, or give her some sedatives or something. Give her some medicine. And she ain't took medicine in 1946. So she was like a super woman. Like, so that helps you realize your own mortality. I think a valuable lesson that I got this year, G, really was keep going, because it will, regardless of where you at, whatever situation you in, what it looks like now, you always have to believe above your present moment, and that's how you reach the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's thinking outside of the environment that you're in, and that's how you always upgrade. My 2019 personal goal, G, is to be able to, I literally want to try to live every single day and not have one decision where I question myself. So I want to live every day and live my highest expression of myself, G, like every day. So like, and that's super hard to do, but like, because we always stop ourselves, or we always be like, hold on, maybe this might affect the way people look at me, or this might affect this, or this might affect my life, or whatever. But if you really, I think Denzel said it, the desire, even you having the desire is God's proof to you that you have it already. You see what I'm saying? Which is like deep as fuck, because it's like, whoosh, like, damn, nigga, just because I want this, nigga. I mean, I already got it. I just got to do this, So I think that's my goal.
Boop.
Boop, boop.
That was your boop quote?
That wasn't my boop quote at all.
All right, we got to hurry.
I already know.
We got like 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you two, for a great 2018.
Yes.
And it's
Thank
been
y'all.
great. And this podcast has been freaking dope. And
Dope
season
as
2
fuck.
is coming in 2019. It's going to be crazy. And we only have up to go from here. That's
Yep. I want to appreciate y'all. Y'all are my brothers, man. This is awesome. We on here talking, bro. Like, I ain't never thought I'd just be doing this for, just in front of nobody already. So to get to do it in front of all the other people and fans, and not fans, but just, viewers and people that listen. And yeah, it's a blessing. So I'm just ready for next year and all the goals and stuff that we finna level up to, and hopefully help inform other people to be able to level up as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey,
Everybody.
Sheesh.
Like, thank to my co-hosts, my best friends, my right and left hand. Thank you, Q. Thank you, Walter. Shout out to thank you to all the viewers that's watched. Thanks to all the viewers who spoke word of mouth to other people. Shout out to anybody that I've met in my life for a reason. Shout out to everybody, because everybody, influenced my life. So thank you to everybody.
boop.
Boop. That's
Boop,
great.
boop, boop. Hey, y'all have a great New Year's. We gonna holler at y'all. This is the Activated Podcast.
You already know it's your boy
Yeah.
Mac
We
2301, straight out the 765 Wiley World, Muncie, Indiana,
Ooh,
by way of San Diego.
ooh. I'm real Walter Ford, and I'm from Gary, Indiana. But we gon' we here.
It's your boy GDQ the One. I'm from Sacramento, California. This is the Activated Podcast, and we are out.
We love you, Reggie forever.
Reggie forever.
Reggie forever. Boop.
Hey.